Okay, guys, we are back with another Country Wayne review. One thing I want to mention, I don't know you guys know this morning, that Jesse Jackson, Reverend Jesse Jackson, has passed away. So I want to give a moment of silence to him and all the hard things that he has done for our people of culture, and how he actually led the marches and led the demonstrations of making sure that our people was okay and treated well. I know the last couple of years we really didn't hear too much from him, and he was battling his own health issues and everything. So, but let's just give a moment of silence this morning to a huge important person in our culture, and that's Reverend Jesse Jackson. Okay, guys. Now we're gonna go on to the next skit that actually came out today with Ernestine and that damn teacher. Ernestine is actually digging her own grave. She is truly digging her own grave because that teacher is going to find out that you was a probation officer and you got fired from being a probation officer because you was fraternizing with your parolees. Okay. Then she's gonna find out that then you turned around and had a whole relationship with your parolee. Then you turned around and you became the probation officer stripper at the strip club, okay? And your drug dealer parolee had to come in there and drag you out of there because of he didn't want you stripping at the strip club. Okay, she's gonna find out that. Then she's gonna sit there and she's going to also find out that you've been dating and dealing with drug dealers, okay? And then you have a drug dealer that's in your house right now that you still date. You're dating a drug dealer, okay? You're dating drug dealers, and then she's going to also find out that you divorced. Your divorce is because of you constantly cheated. That you constantly cheated because she might end up going out there and talking to Bree, and Bree gonna tell her everything that you constantly cheat. You constantly cheat on your husband. You're not faithful to no one. You're for the streets. And you're always going to be for the streets. And then she's going to actually bring that all up to that board of education that never did a background check on you. Never did a background check on you. And they're going to fire your little ass. Okay? They're going to fire you because the only reason why you got that job was because of Pierre. Okay? And then you started treating Pierre like shit. Even though he did cross the line, and you still didn't tell Amanda what he did. So that's Steen back to her own ways. That's what Steen does, and that your daughter that drug dealers was actually finding money. They was hiding money on your mother property, and when all that comes out, I'm surprised that the feds is not going to start an investigation on you, Ernestine, and you might end up losing Mama AJ's property. Okay, you might end up losing that property. I'm so surprised. I'm going to be so surprised at that. But you know what? This is Skitland. Anything happens in Skitland, right? Anything happens in Skitland. So we're going to have to pay attention and just have a close eye on this. But that teacher, she's going to be your downfall because you keep treating people like shit in that school. And it's not, oh yeah, I need to shape people up. No, why didn't you shape them up when you was at the probation officer? When you was at the probation office? No, you was trying to shape people up. You were sitting there dating your parolee. And that wasn't the first parolee you dated. That was the second parolee you dated. Okay, that wasn't J-Mo wasn't the first one. You dated the councilman. So that was the second one you dated. Okay? So we're gonna see how this all pans out for you. But thank you guys for tuning in to the Talk of the Table. Let's chat. Continue to like, share, and subscribe, and continue to leave your comments. And by the way, do not go through the day without giving some type of mourning to Reverend Jesse Jackson. Okay, I know you young people don't really remember him too well, but he did a lot for our culture. We wouldn't be here where we at now if it wasn't for people like him. But thank you guys. Continue to leave your comments. I am Tasha, and we're gonna keep this moving.